All right, Shalom. Before we start, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Chag Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. All right, and shalom to the tabernacle with David. We're back with another video. The title of this video will be called Back to the Basics. All right, the seed is of the Father. Okay, the seed is of the Father. All right, that's the title. That's just gonna be a basic lesson. All right, going back to the basics a little bit. Go over some, some basic, basic scriptures. All right, your seed goes back to your father, and really, this is Lord willing, this is edifying to all those out there because it is a thing going around in Israel. All right, where a lot of people believe the seed is of the mother, which women don't carry seed. Only the father carries a seed. Now the man implants his seed into a woman, and she carry around the child, right? But she doesn't have seed herself. All right, and you got this other doctrine. It was where the 12 tribes are all black. All right, they said that the Hispanics and the Native Americans aren't. They're on of Israel. There's another doctrines out there. All right, oh, your mother and your father had to be had to be both from Israel in order for you to be an Israelite. All right, which is totally false. All right, so there's a lot of doctrines out there that and we're gonna get we get a few scriptures. All right, to clear all that stuff up. Only the father really a man, Israelite man, a so-called black, all right, Hispanic or Native American man can really get any woman of any nation, all right, and have sex with that woman, and that child will come out an Israelite, all right, whether it be a boy or a girl, all right. So an Israelite man can have can get any nation, any woman of the nation of any nation, and lay down with her, and that child will still be an Israelite. But a woman, she can't do that. She can't go to, she can't go in Moab or who they love, Big Daddy Esau, all right, or any other nation. Because if they do, that child not gonna come out of Israelite. That child gonna be whatever that nation is, all right, whatever he is. Or if it's an Edomite, it's not gonna be a Edomite. If he's a Moabite, a Chinese, he's gonna come out of Chinese, all right, and just so on and so forth. So Salakia. Yeah, that's what's that's the they try to say that for the we know that for the Israelites as well. Salakia, slip of the tongue. We know that for the Israelites as well. An Israelite man, or can get any woman, like I said, of another nation and have sex with her, and that'll be that. That child will come out as an Israelite. All right, let's get some scriptures. Again, Numbers 1. All right, in verse 18. I went past it. It says, Numbers 1 and 18. I'm sorry, 17. It says, and Moses and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names. Verse 18, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their posts. You see that? So they declared their pedigrees by the house of their fathers. See this word pedigrees. All right. And if you hear music in the background, neighbors. All right. Got that speaker on. So pedigrees is what? Yalad. Right? It says to bear, bring forth, beget, gender, travail. And you see a lot in that in the scriptures where it says, this man begat, like for David, right? It says, going back to his, we'll get to that, right? But you see a lot in the scripture says, this man begat, and this man begat, and this man begat sons and daughters, this man begat sons, all right? It says to bear, bring forth of a child, right? It says to beget, to be born. So you beget children, all right? So that's Yalad, all right? So they went by their pedigrees, by the house of their fathers, right? So let's read it again. It says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees, all right, after good. Salakia. Somebody was saying hello, but let's read this again. Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees, all right, after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. And you can read the second verse, right? Going to say the same thing. It says, take ye some of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers, which they number, Salaki, with the number of their names, every male by their polls. So you go by your father, man. All right, you don't go. You don't have to be. Both parents has to be an Israelite, or, if it doesn't have to be that. You go by your father only. That's how you know. That's how you know we go back to an Israelite. All right, go by your father's house, the father's seed. All right, let's get I ain't gonna go in a particular order with this. Let's prove that actually. Let's get Genesis 41. All right, Genesis 41. What I put 50? Is it 50? Hold on, give me one. Yeah. All right, this is Genesis 41 to 50. The sons of Joseph, right? And what was Joseph? Joseph was he was from he was a descendant of Jacob. All right, so this is Genesis 41 and 50, and unto Joseph were born two sons before the years of famine came, which Asenath, I said that right, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh, for the heavenly Father said, He hath made me forget all my toil and all my father's house. And the name of the second called he Ephraim, for the heavenly Father have caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. But let's get the point was in 50, right? It says, and unto Joseph were born two sons before the years of famine came, which Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him. Now who is this, right? Let's get this, all right. Asenath, belonging to the goddess of Nith, Salakia, all right, the wife of Joseph. It says, of Egyptian derivation, Asenath, the wife of Joseph, Asenath, all right. Doesn't really, but let's get her father, all right. It says he, an Egyptian priest of On, father of Asenath, the wife whom Pharaoh gave to Joseph. So she was an Egyptian, all right. Are they, because you got that, like I said, you got that doctrine where it says both parents aren't Israelites. That I guess you're a bastard or something. You're not of Israel. So is Ephraim and Manasseh not of Israelites? Because their mother was an Egyptian, as we're proving right now. All right. So Genesis 41 to 50 again, and unto Joseph were born two sons before the years of famine came, which Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him. You see that? She bare him two sons. She birthed two sons. All right, and they are of Israel. You see that? So let's get another one. Let's get Exodus 2. Exodus 2 and 22. I'm gonna start at 15. Right, Moses escapes to Midian. It says, now when Pharaoh heard this thing, because if you read up, Moses slew an Egyptian. Right, you can read that on your own though. It says, now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water. So that he had 7 daughters, right? And they came and drew water, and filled the troughs to water with Salakia. It says, and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Ruel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today? Right? Read that again. It says, and when they came to Ruel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, an Egyptian. You see, they mistaken Moses for an Egyptian. right? Proving that they had color back then, right? And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, Salakia, yeah, and he said unto his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. So they mistaken Joseph, not Joseph, Moses for an Egyptian. All right, that proves that they had color back then. All right, and Moses, verse 21, and Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. Right, it says, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. You see that? And Zipporah, uh, Median, I believe that was Medians. I think they were like the stock of the Arabs, right? Let's go there and see what. I believe they descended from the Zipporah means bird. It says daughter of Ruel or Jethro, wife of Moses, and mother of Gershom and Eliezer, Salakia. All right. Being matter, if we go to her father's name, Ruel. Not that one, not the first one. It says the son of Esau by his wife Bashemish, the sister of Ishmael, right? A father-in-law of Moses, also Jethro. That's all right, but that wasn't the point. The point was Zipporah. All right, his Moses was from the tribe of Levi, because you go back a chapter. All right, Salakia. No, man, it is in this chapter, right? Because Moses was from the tribe of Levi. It says, and there went a man. We don't know his father's names, and we don't know his mother's name, but it says, and there went a man out of the house of Levi, and took a wife of daughter of Levi, and the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's bank. And his sister stood afar off, to wit what will be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. See that? So Moses was a Hebrew Israelite. All right. And when he gave birth to a son named Gershom. I believe you go to, they don't have it. But it's one of Chronicles. All right. So Gershom was Moses was from the tribe of Levi. So his son Gershom would be what? A Levite. All right, he was because his father Siegel goes to the tribe of Levi. But Zipporah, I believe, her father Ruel, Moses gave to Midian. Well, they probably lived in that land, so I don't really know. But they may have been Egyptian, you know. But that's another point, right? But this is also, among the other nations, man. Because like I said, a so-called black woman, right? Let's say she's from the tribe of let's say she's of Judah, right? She's a so-called Negro, and she goes to a man from the tribe from that's of Esau, that's Edom. If they have a child together, that child will be Edomite. All right, you think people, you got people saying that, oh, they're mixed, or now don't get me wrong, that child will have the mother's DNA, right? He'll probably get her features, his skin will probably, will be like a light tone, but that child will go back to Esau, man, right? And we can get Genesis 36, right? Genesis 36 and start at verse 1. It says, now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. And it says, Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Ahalibamah, right? The daughter of Anah, the daughter of the Zibeon the Hivite, Salakia, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite, and Bashemeth, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebajoth, and Adah bare to Esau Eliphaz, and Bashemeth bare Ruel. You see that? So he had wives from different nations. He had one from I believe some of these two of these are Hamites, and one of them are Ishmaelites. All right, so Hamites are so-called Africans today, and Ishmaelites are Arabs. All right, so let's read that again. Matter of fact, we can go look if we can. We know Canaan, right? The land of Canaan, the Hittite. Let's see what Hittite is. All right. Yep. It said the nation descended from Heth, the second son of Canaan. And Canaan was a Hamite. All right. Once inhabitants of central Anatolia, modern Turkey, later in North Lebanon. All right. So they would be Hamites, right? And let's see, Hivite. It says sixth generation of descendants of Canaan, the son of Ham. So they would be Hamites, right? Who were living in North Canaan, near Mount Hermon, at the time of conquest. So one was both were Hamites, and we know the other one, Ishmael, was the so-called Arabs today. You see that? And Adah the Hittite, right? Adah the daughter of Elon the Hittite. You see that? So Adah bare to Esau Eliphaz. So just because she was a Hamite, and Esau, he was an Edomite, you know, and he took women of the Hamites and Arabs, Hamites and Ishmaelites. So they would be so-called Africans today and Arabs today. But just because of that, that doesn't make them, half this and half that. No, there are these people are Edomites. You see that? So that goes the other way. That goes the same way for the other nations. If a woman, an Israelite woman, go gets a man from East, a so-called white man or a so-called Chinese, all right, or so-called Japanese or so forth and so on, that child will be his seed will go back to that nation. So if she gets an Arab, he's gonna be Arab. If she gets Edomite, he gonna be Edomite, man. All right, so that's the same way. So it says verse 5 and Halibah Salakia, terrible with these names. Ahalib Ahalibmah bare Jewesh, and Jalam and Korah. These are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan. And Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters. You see that? He had daughters as well. And all the persons of his house and his cattle, and all his beasts and all his substance, which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went forth, Salakia, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob. You see that? I keep reading. It says, for their riches were more than that. Let me read that again. For their riches were more than that they might dwell together. In the land wherein they were strangers cannot bear them because of their cattle. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. See that? Salakia. So yeah, man. Esau had women of the Hamites and the Ishmaelites, but he had sons and daughters. And guess what? They were Edomites, man. They are descendants from Esau. Okay, and his sons had wives as well. All right, so that proves that. Now let's get Ezra 2 and 59. All right, Lord Williams, this was edifying. Just want to go into something basic, nothing too. This is Ezra 2 and 59, and these were they which went up from Telmala, Telharsa, Cherub, Adon, and Immer, but they could not show their father's house and their seed, whether they were of Israel. Let's get that word seed. All right. Seed, Zarah, seed, sowing offspring. All right. Of sowing seed, semen virile, offspring, descendants, posterity, children. You see that? So the man carries the seed. All right. Let's get this word. Let's look this up. Virile. It says having traditional. It says Salaki. It says having traditionally masculine traits, especially to a marked degree, characteristics of or associated with men. All right, masculine. All right, male. All right, masculine, man size, man like, mannish. Okay, so the man carries the seed, not the woman. The woman, she gets the seed gets planted into the woman, but women don't carry seed, man. All right, the men does. So offspring, descendants, posterity, children. All right, of moral quality. All right, so down here, strong definition. Fruit, plant, sowing time, posterity, carnally, child, fruitful, seed time, sowing time. So the man produces, the man carries the seed, all right, which determines the children. All right, whatever if I go get like myself, if I go get a so-called white woman, and I have a child, that child, if it's a man or a girl, that child would be an Israelite. All right, and I had this picture that I want to show. You see that? So let's deal with this over here. Let's deal with this left one. All right. See the grandparents, so-called Israelites. They had a son. He's an Israelite, but they had a daughter. She's an Israelite, but she went and got a so-called, we'll say it's a so-called white man. All right, and he had a son. Right. They got together. They had a son. Now he's an Edomite. All right, and he went and got himself a girl. And they had an Edomite. So that she went back to, she goes back to Israelite, but since she went and got a so-called white man, now his son is an Edomite, a so-called white man. All right, now we can deal with the right side, all Israelites. You see that? Grandparents Israelites. They had a daughter. She's an Israelite. She got an Israelite man. They had a son Israelite. He went and got a daughter. He went and got a daughter. He went and got a woman. They had a child. Had a daughter. Israelite. She went and got herself a man. He's an Israelite. They had a child. She's an Israelite. Now depends on her. If she gets a so-called Israelite, not a so-called Israelite, if she wants to get an Israelite or a so-called white man or another nation, and then whatever child they had, that would be of that stock. So this is simple, man. This is a simple concept that people, can't grasp. All right, it's just simple, man. All right, you got these dumb doctrines out here, saying that you got to be your parents got to be both Israelites, and we proved that that's not true. But it was another one I said, well, yeah, but that's the one. The the all black, the all 12 tribes are black. That's wrong. All right, and that could be proven, through different in a different video, Lil willing, So, all right, the seed is of the Father, man. So I ain't want to make this too long. Lil willing, it was edifying. To you brothers and sisters out there, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the tabernacle of David. All right, Lil Williams was edifying once again. All right, until next video, Shalom.